Hello, my young friends. Today, we're going to talk about something tough. Finding out if a friend might not be telling the truth. It's important to handle this kindly and carefully. My beloved child, why do friends sometimes lie? It's a question that might make you feel sad or confused. Friends might lie because they are afraid of hurting your feelings or scared of what might happen if they tell the truth. They might think that hiding the truth is easier than dealing with a difficult situation. But remember, everyone makes mistakes, even with the best intentions at heart. It's important to understand that being honest can be hard. When someone lies, it doesn't always mean they don't care about you. They might be dealing with their own fears or worries. As your friend, it's kind to offer them your understanding, but also gently encourage them to be honest. This is how you help each other grow and build stronger trust. When you face a situation where a friend has lied, it's a chance for learning and forgiveness. Forgiveness is a powerful gift, not only for the one who receives it, but for the one who gives it as well. It frees both of you from the hurt and helps heal your hearts. Remember, I always encourage forgiveness, as it leads to peace and love, which are the foundations of all friendships. However, forgiveness does not mean you ignore the lie. It's good to talk about what happened, share how it made you feel, and discuss how you both can do better moving forward. This shows you care about the friendship and want it to grow stronger. It's also a sign that you both value honesty and are willing to work on being better friends. Moving on to the next question. My beloved child, how should you react if your friend lies to you? This question can bring up many feelings, and it's okay to feel upset or disappointed when someone you trust isn't truthful. When this happens, it's important to stay calm and remember that everyone can make mistakes, including our friends. First, take some time to think about what happened. It's helpful to understand why your friend might have felt the need to lie. Were they scared of how you might react? Or maybe they thought the lie could protect you or themselves from getting hurt. Understanding their reasons doesn't excuse the lie, but it can help you see the situation more clearly and decide how to respond. When you're ready, it's good to talk to your friend about the lie. Choose a quiet time when you can speak privately. Tell them how you feel about what happened and ask them to be honest with you in the future. This conversation isn't about making them feel bad, but about clearing up any misunderstandings and building a stronger, more honest friendship. Remember, forgiveness is important. If your friend is truly sorry and wants to make things right, try to forgive them. This doesn't mean you forget what happened, but you choose to move past it and give them another chance. Forgiving someone can make your friendship grow stronger because it shows you can overcome challenges together. Moving on to the next question. My beloved child, is it okay to forgive a friend who has lied many times? This is a tough question. When someone lies to us repeatedly, it can hurt a lot, and you might wonder if it's right to keep forgiving them. Forgiving someone, even when they make the same mistake many times, is something I always encourage because it frees your heart from holding on to anger and sadness. However, forgiving someone does not mean you have to forget what happened or stop being careful about your trust. It's important to forgive because it helps you stay peaceful and happy inside. When you forgive, you let go of the heavy feelings that can make you feel sad or upset. It's like putting down a heavy bag you've been carrying. It feels better when you let it go. At the same time, it's smart to think about how you can protect yourself from getting hurt again. This might mean you need to talk to your friend about why they keep lying and how it affects you. It's okay to tell them that their actions make it hard to trust them fully, and you can ask them to work on being more honest if they value your friendship. If the lying continues, you might decide to spend less time with them or change how close you are with them. This doesn't mean you stop caring about them or wish them bad things. It just means you are taking care of your own feelings and making sure you are treated well by the people you are close to. Moving on to the next question. My beloved child, should you tell your friend if you think they are lying? It's a question that shows you care about honesty and trust in your friendships. If you believe a friend is not telling the truth, it's normal to feel unsure about what to do next. In moments like these, it's important to handle the situation with kindness and care. When you think a friend is lying, First, take a moment to think about why they might not be telling the truth. Sometimes people lie because they are afraid or they want to avoid trouble. Remember, understanding their reasons can help you respond better. It's always good to approach your friend calmly and privately, giving them a chance to explain. This shows that you respect them and the friendship. During your conversation, gently share your feelings and why you think they might not be telling the truth. Ask them to be honest with you, as trust is the foundation of any strong friendship. This isn't about accusing them, but about seeking clarity so that your friendship can continue to grow stronger without doubts. If your friend admits they were lying, forgive them and talk about how you can both work on being more honest in the future. If they don't admit it, you might still choose to give them the benefit of the doubt, but keep an eye on whether they are honest with you going forward. Remember, it's okay to protect your feelings and to decide what kind of friendships are best for you. Moving on to the next question. My beloved child, what do I say about trusting people? Trust is a precious thing, very valuable and important in all relationships. It's something that needs to be built with care and time. When you trust someone, you believe in their goodness, and you feel safe sharing your thoughts and feelings with them. However, I also teach to be wise about whom you trust. In the Bible, I advise to be shrewd as snakes and innocent as doves. This means you should be smart and careful, knowing that not everyone might have good intentions. It's okay to take your time to get to know someone before you decide to trust them completely. Building trust also involves forgiveness, which I talk about a lot. When someone makes a mistake, it doesn't always mean they should never be trusted again. If they are truly sorry and want to make things right, forgiving them and giving them another chance can help rebuild the trust that was lost. But remember, if someone repeatedly breaks your trust, it's wise to reconsider how much you rely on them. It doesn't mean you stop loving or caring for them, but you might choose to protect your heart a bit more around them. Moving on to the next question. My beloved child, how can you forgive a friend who has hurt you with lies? This question touches the heart deeply because it's not easy to deal with pain, especially when it comes from someone you trusted. Forgiving someone who has lied to you is a strong and brave thing to do. First, it's important to understand why forgiveness matters. Forgiving someone helps you more than it helps them. It frees you from carrying the weight of anger and hurt. Remember, I taught that it is healthy and healing to let go of grudges and forgive, as I have forgiven countless times. To forgive, you might need to express your feelings first. Tell your friend how their actions affected you. This isn't about making them feel guilty, but about letting them know your pain so they can understand the seriousness of their actions. It's a step towards healing for both of you. Then, think about the good times and the bond you shared before the hurt. Remembering these moments can sometimes help soften your feelings and make forgiveness a bit easier. It doesn't mean you forget what happened, but you choose to not let it control your feelings anymore. Lastly, decide what forgiving means for your relationship. Forgiving your friend doesn't mean you have to be as close as you were before. They might need to earn your trust back over time. Or you might decide to move on, but with peace in your heart instead of bitterness. Moving on to the next question. My beloved child, can a friendship be saved after a lie? This is a question that many people wonder about when trust is broken. It's natural to feel hurt and unsure about what to do next, but there is hope for mending things if both friends are willing to work on it. First, it's important to talk about the lie openly. Honest communication is the key to healing. Tell your friend how their lie made you feel and why trust is important in a friendship. This conversation can be tough, but it's crucial for understanding each other and moving forward. After talking, give your friend a chance to explain and apologize. Everyone makes mistakes, and sometimes a person lies because they're afraid or they want to avoid hurting someone's feelings. Listening to each other helps to rebuild trust and shows that you both value the friendship enough to fix it. Next, decide together how you can both work on the friendship. Maybe you need to set some new rules about honesty, or perhaps you need to spend some time rebuilding trust with small steps. It's like repairing a broken toy. Care and patience are needed. Remember, forgiveness plays a big part in healing. If your friend is truly sorry and wants to make things right, forgiving them can lead to a stronger and deeper friendship. However, trust needs to be earned back gradually, and that's okay. Moving on to the next question. My beloved child, how do you know if a friend is truly sorry for lying? This is an important question because it touches on trust and sincerity, which are the foundations of any strong friendship. It's not always easy to tell, but there are signs you can look for that show genuine remorse. First, a truly sorry friend will come to you to apologize without being asked. They will admit what they did wrong clearly and fully without making excuses. This shows they understand the mistake they made and are not trying to hide it or diminish its impact. Next, watch how they act after they apologize. Someone who is truly sorry will make an effort to change their behavior. They will try to be more honest and open with you going forward because they don't want to make the same mistake again. Actions speak louder than words, so if you see them trying to improve, it is a good sign that they really mean what they say. Also, a friend who is sorry will be patient with you. They understand that rebuilding trust takes time. They won't rush you to forgive them or forget about what happened. Instead, they will give you the space and time you need to heal, showing that they respect your feelings. Lastly, they will ask how they can make things right. A truly remorseful friend wants to restore what was lost and will actively seek ways to rebuild trust. This could involve talking things out more deeply, spending more time together, or doing something that reassures you of their commitment to your friendship. Moving on to the next question. My beloved child, what should you do if you can't trust your friend anymore? This is a hard situation, and it's normal to feel upset or confused when trust is broken. Trust is very important in any friendship, and when it's lost, things can feel very different. First, take some time to think about your feelings. It's okay to feel sad, hurt, or even angry. These are natural emotions when someone we trust disappoints us. Allow yourself to feel these emotions without judgment. This is an important step in understanding what you need for your own well-being. Next, consider talking to your friend about your feelings. This can be a difficult conversation, but it's often necessary. Explain why you feel you can't trust them anymore. Be honest about your feelings, but try to speak from your heart without blaming them too much. This might help them understand the impact of their actions, and it also might give them a chance to explain or apologize. After the conversation, think about what you heard from your friend. Did they seem to understand how you feel? Did they apologize and seem genuinely sorry? Or did they dismiss your feelings? This will help you decide whether there's a chance to rebuild trust or if it's better to take a break from the friendship. If you decide that you can't continue the friendship, it's okay to walk away. You deserve friends who make you feel safe and respected. Ending a friendship can be very sad, but sometimes it's necessary for your own happiness and peace of mind. Remember, walking away isn't a failure. It's taking care of yourself. Moving on to the next question. My beloved child, how can you be a good friend and still be honest when it's hard? This is a very important question because sometimes being honest can be difficult, especially when you worry that the truth might hurt someone you care about. First, remember that being a good friend means wanting the best for someone else. Sometimes, the best thing you can do is to be honest, even if it might cause some temporary upset. Honesty helps build trust and shows that you respect your friend enough to tell them the truth. When you need to share something difficult, think about how you say it. Choose your words carefully. Speak with kindness and love, not anger or frustration. It helps to think about how you would like to hear such news if you were in their place. This approach shows that you are being considerate of their feelings, which is a big part of being a good friend. Also, be supportive when you share the truth. Let your friend know that you are there for them, no matter what. Offer help or a listening ear after you've shared the difficult truth. This reassures them that you are not just there to criticize, but to support them through any challenges that might come. Lastly, pray for guidance when you find it hard to be honest. Ask for the courage to speak the truth and for the wisdom to do it in a loving way. I am always here to help you find the right words and the right time to speak them. Moving on to the next question. My beloved child, how do you talk to your friend about honesty without hurting their feelings? This is a thoughtful question, and it's good you want to preserve your friend's feelings while addressing something as important as honesty. First, think about why you feel the need to talk about honesty. Is there a specific situation where you felt your friend wasn't being truthful, or are you concerned about their honesty in general? Understanding your own feelings and reasons will help you explain your thoughts clearly and calmly. When you decide to have this conversation, choose a good time and place where you both feel comfortable and can speak privately without interruptions. This shows you respect them and the friendship. Begin by expressing your appreciation for your friend and the positive aspects of your friendship. Let them know you value them and your time together. This positive start helps to make the conversation easier and shows that your intentions are good. Then, gently bring up your concerns about honesty. Use I statements like I feel or I noticed instead of you statements that might make your friend feel accused. For example, you can say, I felt confused when I heard something different than what you told me before. This approach focuses on your feelings and perceptions rather than blaming them. Lastly, listen to their side of the story. They might have reasons for their actions that you haven't considered. Be open to understanding their perspective and show empathy. Encourage them to be more open in the future and reassure them that you're there to support them in being honest, not just to criticize. Moving on to the next question. My beloved child, what if your friend keeps lying even after you forgive them? It's a difficult situation when the trust you try to rebuild is broken again. It's natural to feel disappointed, hurt, or even angry. First, remember that forgiveness is a powerful gift, but it does not always change another person's behavior. It's important to forgive for your own peace, but you also need to protect your heart. If a friend continues to lie, it might be time to think about how their actions affect your well-being. Consider talking to your friend again. Let them know that their continued dishonesty is hurting your friendship. Explain how trust is a key part of any relationship and that without it, it's hard to feel secure and happy. This conversation might help them realize the seriousness of their actions. If the lying continues despite your efforts, you might need to take a step back from the friendship. This doesn't mean you stop caring about them, but you are choosing to respect and protect yourself. It's okay to limit your closeness with someone who repeatedly harms your trust. You deserve friends who treat you with honesty and respect. It's important during this time to seek support from other friends or family members who understand and can offer you love and guidance. You are never alone, and it's okay to reach out for help when you're dealing with tough situations. Moving on to the next question. My beloved child, how can you rebuild trust with someone who lied to you? This is a very important question because trust is the foundation of any strong relationship, and rebuilding it takes patience and commitment. First, it's important that the person who lied to you acknowledges their mistake. True healing can only begin when they admit they were wrong and express genuine remorse for their actions. This shows they understand the pain they caused and are serious about making things right. Next, discuss ways to prevent future lies. This might involve setting new, clear expectations about honesty and openness in your relationship. Agreeing on these can help both of you understand what is needed to move forward and ensures that both parties are committed to rebuilding trust. Then, give it time. Trust isn't rebuilt overnight. Be patient with yourself and the other person. Small, consistent actions over time are what rebuild trust. Look for consistent honesty in the small things before trusting with the bigger matters again. This gradual approach helps you gauge whether the other person is truly committed to being truthful. During this time, keep communication open. Talk about your feelings and encourage the other person to do the same. This helps both of you understand each other better and grow closer through the process of healing. Remember, rebuilding trust is not just about them proving they can be honest, but also about you being ready to forgive and move forward together. Moving on to the next question. My beloved child, what do I teach about dealing with dishonest people? This is a good question because at times in life, you will encounter people who may not always tell the truth. Dealing with dishonesty can be challenging, but there are ways to handle it with grace and wisdom. First, I teach the importance of love and forgiveness. This doesn't mean you should accept dishonest behavior, but rather respond with understanding and compassion. Remember, sometimes people lie because they are afraid or feel trapped. Try to understand the reason behind their actions, which can help you address the situation more effectively. Next, it is important to speak the truth yourself. Be honest about how their actions have affected you. This can be done gently and respectfully. By being truthful and open, you set a strong example of integrity and encourage them to be honest in return. However, I also teach to be wise as serpents and harmless as doves. This means you should protect yourself from being repeatedly harmed by someone's dishonesty. If someone continues to lie despite your efforts to forgive and guide them, it might be necessary to create some distance. This isn't about punishment. It's about taking care of your own well-being. Lastly, pray for those who are dishonest. Praying for someone can change their heart, and it also changes you. It helps you to release anger and resentment, and to grow in love and patience. Remember, transformation is often a slow process, but with prayer and love, it is possible. Moving on to the next question. My beloved child, how can you be sure someone is being honest with you? This question is very important because trust is the foundation of all good relationships. Knowing if someone is truthful helps you feel secure and valued in your interactions with them. First, observe their actions over time. People who are honest consistently behave in ways that match their words. If someone says they will do something, watch to see if they follow through. Honesty is shown not just in big matters, but also in everyday small things. Consistency between what people say and what they do is a good sign of their honesty. Next, listen carefully to how they speak. Honest people usually speak clearly and directly. If someone often hesitates, changes their story, or avoids answering questions, these might be signs that they are not being completely truthful. However, remember to consider their feelings and circumstances, as sometimes nervousness or fear can affect how someone communicates. Also, consider how open they are with you. When people are honest, they tend to be open about their thoughts and feelings. They share their lives with you and don't hide important things. This doesn't mean they must share everything, but they shouldn't deliberately keep things from you that affect your relationship. Moreover, trust your instincts. Sometimes you might feel something isn't right even if everything seems okay on the surface. Pray for wisdom and discernment. I am always here to guide you in understanding your feelings and thoughts. Moving on to the next question. My beloved child, should you end a friendship if the lying continues? This is a tough question because friendships are valuable, but honesty is also crucial in any relationship. When a friend keeps lying, it can make you feel hurt and betrayed, and it's important to address these feelings wisely. First, think about how the lies affect you. If the dishonesty is about small things and doesn't harm anyone, it might be something you can discuss with your friend to help them improve. However, if the lies are big and hurtful, they can damage your trust deeply. Trust is like a thread. Once it's broken too many times, it's very hard to mend. Next, consider talking to your friend openly about how their lying makes you feel. Sometimes, people don't realize the impact of their actions until it's clearly explained to them. This conversation can be a final effort to help them understand the importance of honesty between you. If after your talk your friend continues to lie, it might be time to think about taking a break from the friendship. This doesn't mean you have to be unkind to them, or that you can't ever be friends again. It just means that for now, you need to protect your heart and find friends who treat you with the honesty and respect you deserve. Remember, ending a friendship, especially when someone keeps hurting you, is not giving up. It's making a choice to surround yourself with people who help you grow and feel safe. You deserve to have friends who are truthful and who make you feel valued. Moving on to the next question. My beloved child, what do I say about being honest even when it's difficult? Honesty is a very important value. and sometimes it's not easy to maintain. However, being truthful is always the right choice, even when it seems hard. First, understand that being honest shows strong character. It's about doing the right thing, even when you're tempted to do otherwise. When you're honest, you build trust with others, and this trust is the foundation of strong relationships. Being truthful might seem difficult at the time, but it usually leads to better outcomes in the long run. Next, consider how honesty impacts not just your life, but also the lives of those around you. When you choose to be honest, you set a positive example for your friends and family. This can encourage them to be honest too. Think about how your actions reflect on you and how they affect others. Remember, your choice to be honest can inspire others to do the same. It's also important to ask for strength and courage when you find it hard to be honest. Praying for guidance helps you stay strong in difficult situations. When you're unsure or afraid, I am here to give you the wisdom and courage you need to speak the truth. Finally, remember that being honest doesn't mean you have to be harsh or unkind. You can speak the truth with love and respect. Sometimes, how you say something is just as important as what you say. Strive to communicate your honesty gently and thoughtfully. Moving on to the next question. My beloved child, why do some people find it hard to tell the truth? This is a thoughtful question. People may struggle with honesty for various reasons, and understanding these can help us respond with more compassion and empathy. First, some people are afraid of the consequences of telling the truth. They might worry that the truth could lead to trouble for themselves or others. In these situations, fear can make it seem easier or safer to hide the truth. Remember, everyone experiences fear, and it can be a powerful influence on our actions. Next, some people might not tell the truth because they want to protect someone's feelings. They might think that the truth could hurt, and they choose to tell a lie instead as a way to be kind. However, even when intentions are good, dishonesty can still create problems later on. Additionally, some people might have learned to use dishonesty as a tool to get what they want. Perhaps they found that lying sometimes makes life easier in the short term. It can be a habit that's hard to break, especially if they've been doing it for a long time. It's important to approach these situations with understanding and a desire to help. Encourage honesty by being a person who listens without harsh judgment. Show that you value the truth and make it safe for others to be honest with you.